Well, hello YouTube humans and welcome back to my channel. For those of you that don't know me, my name is Amy and today I'm going to be taking you through a collection of products that are exiting my collection. Things that either I don't necessarily have a place for, that I don't necessarily use anymore, or formulations that I don't necessarily get on with, or are just products that for whatever reason need to go. I've been doing a lot of decluttering and a lot of clearing out. I've been doing a lot of review videos recently to kind of find the foundations in my drawer that I actually like and I actually want to wear, with a lot of products as well. For those of you that don't know, I am moving house soon with my friend Angela. As a result, I want to have a lot less stuff to take with me. So I have here a bucket of products that are going to be exiting my collection. I'm going to let you know why they have to go, why these are products that are not necessarily for me, and if there are any products that I'm keeping instead of those. So I have 4 foundations that are exiting my collection. So I have 2 that are very similar. This is the Rimmel Lasting Matte Full Coverage Foundation and the L'Oreal Total Cover Foundation. I did review videos of both of those on my channel, which I'll link up in the cards in the top corner. And I am getting rid of these for 2 reasons. One, they are the wrong colour for me. Very much so the wrong colour for me. I think one's too dark and one's way too light. Or they're both too dark, something like that. But the mousse texture, not good. Not good at all. I don't know who it would be good for. This sat on top of my skin rather than blending into, both of them sat on top of my skin rather than blending into it. They lifted when the second provocation I ended up with a big massive Rudolph like red nose where the foundation just completely lifted off. It doesn't set properly, so it doesn't last well at all. And although it did make my skin look very, very smooth and very, very matte, I'd rather the foundation stayed on my face. These are not formulas that frankly are suitable for me. I could use them when I'm filming, but I feel that I've got a lot of makeup on, and after I wore both of these I ended up with a lot of new breakouts on my face because my skin couldn't breathe, basically. Like, it was that thick, because you can't blend it into the skin because it just sits on top of it, and you can't really use a sponge with it because it doesn't sit well. Then you end up with brush marks in it because it's so thick. So for me, these are just not formulas that work particularly well for me, so they are going to be leaving my collection. On a somewhat similar note in terms of formulation, the No. 7 Airbrush Away Sheer Finish Foundation, I haven't even used this. The stopper is still on it, as you can see. I have mine in the shade medium. I'm not medium. This comes in 3 shades: light, medium and dark. That's it. I would not be a medium, I would be a light, so it's the wrong shade for me. Sheer foundation, not what I'm here for. And for me, this is more of a whipped texture as well, that I've seen at least online in reviews. So again, not for me. This I will be donating to somewhere that's going to get more use out of it than me. And on the same notion, I am going to be doing the same with the Collection Lasting Perfection. This is a product that I bought in the old packaging. It now comes in like a glass bottle. And this I have in the shade 3 Warm Beige. This is, again, the wrong colour for me. It's too dark. And because it's the wrong formulation and the wrong formulation, the wrong packaging, I can't do a review video of this on my channel because it's not conducive to the new shades. I think there's a lot more, I think it's like 16 shades, and when I bought this there was only 6. So I can't really do an accurate review video of it. I've literally never worn this. It used to be a good one for me, but it wasn't like the best. Shade's not right, the formulation's okay, but just I can't feature this on my channel, so there's no point in me having it, so this will also be getting donated. For any of the foundations that I am keeping, please see my foundation reviews playlist of pretty much all of them, bar the Tarte one. And I've kept that for one specific video, but every other foundation in that is what I'm using and loving. Have a couple of kind of base colour products that are leaving my collection. So this is the I Heart Definition Fair palette, which I think everybody had at one point. So it's a bronzer, blusher, highlighter palette. It's fine, it did the job. For me, the bronzer is too pigmented and the highlight didn't really do anything. And I've had this for, like, you can't even, there's no writing on the front. Like, it's completely mullered. I have had this for probably about 6 years. This needs to go. Needs to go. I've had this for way too long. Another 2 products that are going to be getting donated because they have not been used. This is the number 7 Kiss and Cheek Lip Palette. So in here, I'm not going to open it because it is completely sealed, but in here I'll try and insert a picture of it on the screen. It's basically cream lip and cheek products, which I never use. It came free as a gift with purchase. For me, I have oily skin, so this, and I powder my face. So for me, this is not a formula that works for me, because I either have to put it over wet foundation, in which case it lifts my foundation underneath, or I have to put it over the top of powder to stop it lifting the foundation, but then it doesn't blend properly because it's trying to go on top of powder. Shades in here are nice enough. Formulation seemed okay. It's just not a product that I'm going to get any use out of, so that will be getting donated. As will the Soap & Glory Love at First Blush. This came in a Christmas set that I bought, I think, not that long ago. And like, the colourway is like okay, like it's nice, but it's just way too shimmery for me. Way too shimmery for me. It's a Rosy Radiance Shimmer Powder, and I'm just like, it's like pink, pop and pearl in terms of like different colours that they have on the wheel. Too shimmery for me, no thank you. That will be exiting my collection and will be getting donated. And on a slightly similar note, we have a lipstick that I'm going to be getting rid of. This is the PS Velvet Matte Lipstick Crayon. It's actually what I'm wearing on my lips today. It is the wrong colour for me. Like, it is this kind of shade. Is like the tone of it, if it were darker, would be fine. But it's too light for me to be able to wear this, because it's basically like almost like a white based purple. It just doesn't look right on my skin. Doesn't look right. So that will also be exiting my collection. None of these products are like inherently bad products. They're just not suitable for me and my skin type. Like, if you love them, great. I'm so glad that you've got makeup products that you absolutely love and enjoy, but for me, these are just not products that I'm going to get the use out of, so they might as well go to other people. I'll be giving things away where I can, or if they've not been used, they will obviously be donated. I have a couple of eyeshadow products that need to go, frankly. This is a miniature Ted Baker palette, eyeshadow trio, pink, bronze and peach shimmer. They look like so. They are fine, they do the job, but I just do not use little tiny miniature palettes. I use little miniature palettes that have got like 6 to 9 shades in them. I much prefer miniature palettes to large palettes, because I just think they're a lot easier to work with, a lot easier to travel with. This, I have these shades already in other palettes that you can all go. And then we have the MUA Luxe Hypnotic Sparkle Eyeshadow Palette, which for a while was an absolute schmood, an absolute obsession. However, the issue that I have with this palette is that bar one shade, and even that shade has got a bit of shimmer in it, they are obviously all shimmery shades, and I only used 2 of the shades, and they're all quite muchy. I used this shade here, and then this tealy green here. Now, the tealy green is worth me keeping the palette in and of itself, but I don't want to keep a palette just for one shade. And pretty much all of the other shades that are in this, bar maybe some of the darker blues on this side, I own in other palettes. So this, and I've had this for like 4 years, this needs to go. And then last but not least, we're going to move on to some skincare bits that are going to be exiting my collection. So I have the Maybelline Lash Sensational Booster Serum. I don't know if this did anything at all. It was a bit to try and remember to apply. It's got a really weird brush. It's not like spiky, so you can't comb it through properly. It's like a little like kind of loofah thing on the end. But this is now like completely dried up, and I think I've used it like 4 times. So that can just go. We have the This Works Morning Expert Open Eyes Anti-Blue Light Glide On Skin Support for Wide Awake Eyes. Now, I thought this was going to be brilliant because it's got the little dispenser bit on the back, so you kind of squeeze the cream out of the dispenser, you apply it, and then you rub it in with this, except this burned my eyes like no other product that I have used. It made my eyes literally peel and go bright red, and I was crying, and it was absolutely terrible for about 3 weeks, and I didn't realise it was this product. I thought it was something else that I was using. No, it was this. Absolutely horrendous. Would not recommend in any capacity. It needs to exit my collection, because I tried it again about 3 weeks ago. Skin had a massive freak out, ended up with massive red panda eyes. No, needs to go. absolutely horrendous. Love the concept of like the cool metal ball to rub it in, but not worth it for me. We have a couple of Bye Bye blemish lotions, the TT drying lotion and the vitamin C dark spot lotion. I bought these for like £2 each out of Boots. The problem with it is that you're not supposed to mix it. So as you can see, you've got like an oily layer and then you've got kind of the powder underneath, which is fine in theory, but you're supposed to scoop the powder up and only put the powder on. And that's just not convenient for me when I've got something like the Revolution Overnight Targeted Blemish Lotion, which you shake together and then you apply the whole thing on. That makes more sense to me. These were just finicky and fiddly and didn't really do a whole lot, to be honest. And then I ended up with green dots all over my pillow because like it was just powder that was on my skin, so no thank you. In a similar vein, we have the Tea Tree and Hazel Blemish Stick from Boots. I literally have not used this, but this is like an oily mentholy balm thing that you're supposed to put on blemishes, and to me that seems really counterproductive to put something that's oily and greasy on a blemish. So I never actually used that. So this will be getting donated because you can just chop the top off and sanitize it and use that. Not that I have used it, but you can do that. That will be getting donated because I just didn't see the point in it. And then I will be removing this Revolution Overnight Targeted Blemish Lotion, which A, I did enjoy, but I don't know if it actually did anything, but B, I've had this for way too long and this needs to go. I've had this for probably about 2 years and this cannot be good to be putting on blemishes. That's probably just going to make them worse. So those are the products that I am getting rid of and reasons as to why I'm getting rid of them. None of these are inherently, well, other than this eye cream, which really was a terrible product, that was absolutely horrendous. None of them are inherently bad products, they're just not formulations that I get along with. But let me know what products in your collection you don't get on with, what products you're going to be getting rid of, and why you're doing it in the comments down below. Hit the subscribe button if you haven't done so already. Don't forget to turn the notification bell so you don't miss any of my future uploads, and give this video a big thumbs up so more people can find it. And other than that, I'll see you next time, guys. Bye.